Hey, what's cracking? I hope this video finds you doing well. I hope today that when you're watching it, I hope you're on top of the world. I hope everything's going your way, man. If this is the first time you've watched a video, my name's Ricky Dye, and I went to prison when I was 15, and I didn't get out till I was almost 35, 20 and a half years. And we can't go back and change the past, so I make these videos, and I've started at the beginning when I got in trouble, why I got in trouble, and what it was like to go to the juvenile center and then on to prison with grown men. And I was in all the roughest places and not the easy places. I never got to a minimum the whole time. So I went from medium straight to the streets. So what I've been doing is making these videos in hopes that someone will watch them that's thinking about making a bad mistake and that they don't do that. And one thing I like to talk about in these videos is picking up your blessings each and every day instead of picking up your curses. I talk about instead of looking around at the things you don't have and things that aren't going your way, trying to look at the positive in everything. Think about the things you do have, because we have so much more now than humans have ever had in history. But life still has its problems, and we still get down. And with that being said, I'm going to get into the heart of this video. Instead of jumping right back to where I was in my story, I want to talk about a few other things. I didn't feel like making this video today. Um, I've had nightmares for 3 nights in a row, and last night was really bad. Um, Had to be up this morning at 6 to have my wife at the doctor this morning. She's having a knee surgery Thursday. Um, Everything's going to be fine. It'll be great. She'll be able to move around again better. But I've had a lot on my mind and a lot of things going on. And then I have the nightmares, and they make things really tough for me. They hang on me throughout the day. And I can be sitting there trying to watch TV, but I find myself in prison again. I'm sitting there, I may as well be sitting in a cell because that's where I'm at in my mind. And I talked before about guys that get out here and if they found some form of comfort in prison, and is that why they go back? And it absolutely, that is not it for most of them, I don't think. Um, I'm not going to break any laws. I'm not going to do anything to go back to prison because even though I'm down right now, I've been having bad dreams for several nights and I don't feel too happy right now. I'll be honest about that. Um, I don't like to make these videos unless I feel good and I'm on top of the world because I always like to be positive for everyone. But if I only get on here when I'm positive and I don't let you see the truth, then I'm just as fake as everybody else on these videos on YouTube. And I don't want that to be it. I break all the rules. I have right at 800 subscribers, so we're getting close to 1,000. I want to thank everyone who subscribed and commented. The comments and the like button. If you guys could do anything for me, if you'll hit the like button on the videos, it shows YouTube that people are engaged in them, that they like the videos, and they'll show them to more people, and I'll get the subscribers quicker. So if you like the videos, if you'll hit like, that'll really help me out a lot. Um, but I don't want to just get on here when I'm feeling good and on top of the world. I want my videos to be real, and that's why I don't edit them. That's why I just sit and talk to you, and then I put them up. And I was watching one guy's videos. He was in prison, and he's really loud. And he said in one of his, I already felt like he was kind of fake. The guy has over 100,000 subscribers, and people donate big money to this dude, and I don't get it, man. Because I'm sitting there listening to him talk, and he said that he could tell these stories, and he had no damage to him because he had, been rehabilitated, and he is full of crap. If he has been locked down, solitary in a hole somewhere by himself for any length of time, he has damage. If he says he has no damage, he hasn't been to any real prisons. So nobody comes out undamaged, man. Not if you really spend time in the hole. Not if you're really in the bad places. You don't come out unscathed. That doesn't happen. Um, there was a time when I felt like I was mostly unscathed, but it just took a little while for it to get to me. But I'm still going to overcome it. I'm going to continue to make these videos, and I'm going to tell my story. Nightmares or not be damned. I will tell my story. But if sometimes I don't make the videos, I like to put them out on Mondays and Thursdays. This one's late. If they come out a day or two late, just know that I might be having a little bit of a hard time. But I will get back in here. And like I had a friend I wanted to tell you about. I'm not going to tell you his name. His name was John, but I won't give you his last name. And he was a black guy. And we were in prison together. And we did quite a bit of time together at a prison, a few years. And we used to sit and play chess together in there. And we played basketball together. And he was black and I was white, but our lives mirrored each other. If he had been white, he would have been me. And if I would have been black, I would have been him. We liked the same things. We did the same things. We thought alike. We were the same size. We went through the same kind of things growing up. His family was poor. He was good at sports. My family was poor. I was good at sports. But we just thought the same. Our lives, I'm telling you, if we would have been a different race, we would have just been different. So we got out here, and I was blessed in the fact that my grandmother left me a house. That gave me a major advantage over most people that get out of prison after a long time. He got out, his mother and father passed away, and they left him a house, and that gave him the same advantage. One difference in us is that he got locked up when he was 17, I did when I was 15, and he had had a son before he went. So when he got out, his son had also had a kid or two, so he felt obligated to try to help them for all the years he missed. And he had the same problems with me on jobs. I'm not telling you I can't get any job. I can go out and get a really hard job that I can't stand, that will hurt my back. I'm 50 years old almost now, so I can't just go do hard jobs. And a lot of people I can't get along with, and that's why I'm a disability. And also because I have these nightmares and they make me throw up, and I can't go to work. Can't be dependable. You can't hire someone who may not show up. But also, whenever you go put in these applications, same spot John found himself in, while we were in prison, his mother and father, before they passed away, helped him go through college, paid for the courses. He had a bachelor's degree when he got out, but he still couldn't get a job, couldn't get a decent job anywhere. And so he turned to selling drugs. And I would go up to his house, and he would have these big old bags of ice and big old bags of weed, and he wanted me to sit there and play chess with him, and I was scared to sit and visit with him because I was afraid the police might come in there, and then there I'd be, and I'd go to prison with him. And he told me he was ashamed to be doing that. And he said he was just trying to make enough money to get out, make enough money to be able to help his family and to quit doing it, to get in a legitimate business. And I told him, dude, they're going to come in here. He's telling me he's always careful. I said, they're going to come in here. Someone's going to tell on you. They'll get caught with something. They're going to tell them that you had it. Early one morning while you're asleep, they're going to run in here and catch you, and they're going to put you back in prison. And that's exactly what happened. And the day before he went to jail, me and him were sitting talking in his house. I was about to have a surgery myself on my nose. And I told him I'd come see him as soon as I was well. And he said he couldn't go to jail because if he ended up in that county jail in Oklahoma County, he'd end up dead. And Thursday was my surgery, and Thursday morning they ran up in his house and arrested him. And Sunday evening, they found him dead in Oklahoma County. And he was my age, and he was in just as good a shape as me. And I can take off running right now, and I think I can still do a backflip. But the last time I tried it, I landed on the back of my neck. So I'm scared to try. But physically, I can still do everything I've ever been able to do. That's one blessing that I have. At this point, I can still do anything I've ever done. And that's a blessing that I have. And when I first got out, I couldn't find anywhere to get a job. And my grandmother bought me a chainsaw. And I was sawing down trees trying to get enough wood to sell ricks of wood for a living. Couldn't get a job anywhere. I went around, put 30, 40 applications in, no callback. And I was out there, and I didn't know much about a chainsaw, and my chain popped off, and I was trying to fix it, and I cut my hand. And I was sitting out there in the woods all by myself. And I got a phone call from a factory that my cousin worked at called Alco in Shawnee. And they were going to give me a job. And I hung that phone up, and I was sitting there with my hand bleeding, and I just started bawling. Most people wouldn't take a job like that. But I was so happy to have that job, it made me cry. And I kept that job for a while until I started having problems. And I ended up getting into it with the boss, and he got in my face, and I told him I'd break his jaw, and he called police on me. I had to leave. And that was the beginning of me starting to have problems at each place, that I would threaten to whip someone, and I would get fired. And I didn't mean to do that. I don't want to be that way, and I've come a long way now. But if you got in my face today and you threaten me, there's a good chance that I'll be willing to take that all the way to the killing floor, even if I get killed, or if the police kill me or whatever. I don't think about those things anymore. That just leaves my mind. So when I get down, I have to stay by myself, stay away from the people I care about, because I'll spin off on them. I get mad and upset and frustrated just like everyone else, and you lash out and you take it out on someone close to you. And then you have to go back and say you're sorry. And I don't like saying I'm sorry. I don't like hurting the people I love. So I try to stay to myself when I'm in those moods. But I'm still thankful for everything I have. Everything. That doesn't change. I don't quit being thankful for what I have. I don't quit knowing how much worse things can get. And that's why I do get to myself and I calm myself down and I do the things that I tell you about. I try to change the channel. I go put some music on that helps me. Um, when I get done with this video, I'm probably going to go put some music or a book on and work in the garden. It's hot out today. It's kind of hot. I'll probably find a spot in the shade to work on. But I wanted to get the video out. So this is going to be a short one. And I was about to jump forward to Kevin in my videos about how I helped him and ended up in DU. And if I would have, I would be leaving Lexington right after that. And I'd be missing too much. There's a few things I need to talk to before I get to Kevin. The next video will be longer, and I will be talking to you about my story. But I just wanted you to know where I'm at, man. And I don't want to be a fake. And I have my days too, man. And so I'm trying to change the channel. I have picked up my blessings, and I hope that you'll do the same. And I do hope to see you in the next one. Peace out.